What's up everybody, Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing The Plot, issue number 1. Now before I get into that, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. So, The Plot, issue number 1. This book is being published by Vault Comics, and in case you guys don't know how I feel about Vault Comics, I gotta tell you, I love what they're doing at Vault Comics. If there's anybody out there from Vault Comics watching, I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the great work what you're doing over there. I haven't read a title out of Vault Comics yet that I haven't liked. And if you guys haven't ever heard of Vault Comics, you need to go check them out. Go to their website, and you can just see the few titles that they have. This company has been around since 2016. It's a small family-owned company, and they're doing really good things, doing distribution through small local comic book shops, and they actually let that be known in the letters section, you know, like a little note from the editor here at the end of this book, and they kind of have those at the end of every book, where they're actually talking about local comic book shops and just how valuable they are to the comic book community and comic book creators. So this book, like I said, is being published by Vault Comics. It's written by Tim Daniel and Michael Morecki. It's drawn by Joshua Hickson, and it's colored by Jordan Boyd with letters by Jim Campbell. And I'm going to go ahead and let you see that right there, the opening page there, where you can see the names of the people who did this and the opening panel here. Now this takes place in Cape Augusta, Maine, is where we open up for the main story. We're getting a little bit of a backstory from Charles, who I believe is Charles Blaine, who is like the head of a pharmaceutical company, and he is there giving a speech to some investors, you know, friends, and just other, you know, probably colleagues alike, as they are launching some new drugs out there for this pharmaceutical company. He's kind of telling a little bit of history about his father and his family, just kind of laying that out there. Then we see that, you know, he's kind of stuttering over his words. You know, his wife steps in and helps finish it. His wife is Wendy. And then later we see them at their house together as they kind of left the party. You know, he's having some issues, so they went home to go ahead and relax and finish, you know, I guess finish the evening's festivities. And then what ends up happening is they end up getting brutally murdered, and you know, who exactly and how this happens, you know, we kind of get it. They reveal a little bit of that in this story, and then we open up. We see that they have a family. They have a couple of kids, and the kids end up going. Going to stay with their Uncle Chase out in Maine. Now these kids don't really know their Uncle Chase too well, so we kind of get a little bit of, you know, a little bit of story of, you know, the kids kind of getting a little bit to know their Uncle Blaine Chase here a little bit. And they don't really know a whole lot about him, as they've only met him twice throughout their life. And you know, the youngest or the oldest girl here, there's two of the kids. The oldest girl here, she looks to be, you know, probably in her teens, and then she's got a younger brother who seems to be kind of an introverted, as you know, it looks like he kind of has maybe some communication problems or something. And they are going to live with their uncle in the old family house. And when they get there, they are met by one of the local authorities who happens to know a little bit more about this family and their history. And once we get there, there at the house with their uncle, we kind of see that some kind of issues arise here as they arrive at the house and kind of get to knowing, getting familiar with their surroundings. And that's kind of where the book leaves off. Altogether, I've got to tell you, in this book, they really did a good job on this first issue. Like I said, over there at Vault Comics, they know what they're doing with their stories. They've been getting some great writers in here to create some good original stories. And I've got to tell you, this book really has me wanting to read issue number 2. And as far as I know, as the recording of this video, this first printing of the book has already sold out, and they are already getting ready to set a second printing out to local comic book shops. If you guys haven't picked up this title and you're into indie horror titles, I've got to tell you, this is one that you guys need to go check out. This, like I said, this has me wanting more, and there's something pretty horrific going on here, and I can't wait to read the second issue here. And they give, you know, a preview of, you know, the second issue getting ready to come out there. That's going to be the cover of the second issue. I really like this book, and I really like what they're doing here. So I don't know how many times I can say that. Vault Comics been doing a good job. The writers they have here writing their books been doing great. The artists they have brought into to these stories have been really good. The art serves the purpose of the story really well. I mean, especially in this book. Now, some people out there, it's not all the polished stuff that you get out of the superhero books, out of the big two. These are definitely some different stories and being told here, and I really like it. I think it's something that you guys should definitely check out if you're into any of these horror titles. But let me know down in the comments below. Did you read the plot? Is it something that might interest you? Like I said, let me know down there in the comments. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe. Click that little bell so you get notifications anytime I have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, give it a thumbs down. I honestly don't care. Just leave some feedback. And while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Happy reading, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.